IDW has announced yet another line of licensed board games. This time, they have got the rights to the Dragon Ball Z series, you're probably familiar with. And according to their quote, they are going to have multiple themed, non-collectible board, tile laying, and dice games. And that is the first one they've announced. The only one they've announced so far is a dice game called Dragon Ball Z Perfect Cell, where it's cooperative. You're all fighting Cell, and you're rolling dice, and the different symbols you're trying to pool together for special attacks and stuff like that. One thing that's cool about this game, it's from a designer named Chris Bryan, who does the Board with Life YouTube series that people might have seen. He's a guy with a big beard, and he always does he does news coverage every week. So, and I think it's his first real game design with a major company like this, a big publisher. So it's cool to see that kind of. Our industry is pretty small, and you tend to see these collaborations come. Or people from one side, reviewers making games, or vice versa. It's just anyway. Thought that was neat.
Now,
Dragon Ball Z.
Two things. One, I don't know as much, but I believe they actually have a new season, like they actually restarted it up or something. I
haven't kept up. I think it's called Dragon Ball Z Super. They've been doing. They have some new Dragon Ball Z going on.
And second, because I know I actually I watched an episode here. I wasn't really watching it as a kid. More my brother would watch it, maybe if I was in the room. But I know you watched a lot more. So my question is, if you could choose a saga or story arc to make a board game of, besides obviously Cell Saga because they're already doing it, what would be the one you'd want to see?
I mean, honestly, Cell Saga is my favorite one. I definitely think that's the best one.
So you think they made the right choice here?
I think they made the right choice. I'm very curious about what their other games are going to be like, because obviously, if you asked me, a dice game wouldn't be my first pick. For a game like this, I'm glad they're going in a direction different from the CCG, because we had that already, and we don't want to pay for a CCG. But it sounds like they're going to do sort of more of the Cryptozoic style, where they, lighter games, and they kind of take bits and pieces here and there. Frieza is, I think, probably the other most popular one that you can
personally, I think they should also take Cryptozoic's idea of literally focusing on one episode.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
And I think they should focus. I'm trying to think of a different episode now because you said that. But now I'm I can't think of it.
But of course, the one where they learn how to drive.
Yes.
Goku and Piccolo learn how to drive. That's a classic. Yeah, there's lots of. I feel like that would honestly is the way to do a DBZ game, because it's either that, where they kind of take the theme onto a weird style, or it's a straight up battle game, which could be awesome. But I feel like we have so many games like that. I don't know if they could really find a way to make it really... And it's also hard with Dragon Ball Z because the characters are so stupidly overpowered that... How do you translate that to a board game when a character has a move that can blow up a planet? You know what I mean?
Well, it's not even that. It's just also, I think, part of the battles of DBZ, at least what I recall, most of the characters... Probably there's one that doesn't, everyone mocks or something weird like that. Mm-hmm. But, it's not just a... on the ground fight back and forth, it's up, down, left, they're flying all over the place kind of deal. Yeah, that's
true. You need that Z-axis magnet game that was on Kickstarter a while ago. But a good thing about a board game is turn-based. For Dragon Ball Z, analysis paralysis is not a problem because it's more thematic if you stretch it out over a really long period of time.
Well, the other fun thing is we're starting to see a lot more of the Shonen Jump. Obviously, those would be the first ones to cross the line, I think, more into the board games. And there's definitely other series, not as big, obviously, but I would like to see, thinking of a big one, I think it would be hilarious for them to make, I think you remember, I'm totally blanking on the name of the kid who's the detective.
Detective Conan.
Thank you. If they made a Sherlock game like that.
That would be great. Yeah, there's some good properties in there. I feel like there's a One Piece game maybe that exists somewhere, but if not,
I'm sure there is.
More stuff like that would be good. It seems like a missed opportunity. There's no Yu-Gi-Oh game. No, I'm just kidding.
But stretching out from there. I know at least one anime made my list of when we said top 10 properties. I can't remember if one made yours.
Unless I said Avatar and you count that. But Dragon Ball Z is up there. It's one of those ones that I would like to see more. There's so much stuff.
It is, I'd argue, one of the flagship animes. And there's a reason why Goku, for the Japan Olympics, is one of, they made them the ambassadors I think like Mario, and they voted on like Naruto versus Pikachu or something like that.
That's a board game right there in itself. This will be coming out soon. Hopefully we'll find out more about how it actually plays. But more Dragon Ball Z stuff to come from IDW. And I'm sure they're not done with those licenses yet.
If you enjoyed this video, it was just a snippet of our full-length podcast, which you can find on our YouTube channel every week. So please go ahead, like, and subscribe for more board game-related content coming at you in the future.
And don't forget to check out rollforcrit.com, where we actually sell a lot of the games we talked about, as well as post news and all our other videos. Until then, I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit.